I'm Jillian Booth. I'm a fourth grade teacher at Johnson Elementary in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. I teach all of the fourth graders here at Johnson science, and I also teach reading and writing.
And I'm Heidi Neltner. I'm a digital learning coach in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. We hope you join us for our poster session, Planning for Success with Project-Based Learning. This is the story of a school, Johnson Elementary in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. And even though there was so much love inside of the buildings themselves needed quite a bit of love. They decided to tear down the school and build a new one. It's the story of a fourth grade project that spanned years. And through that project, students explored the guiding question, how will construction impact our school's habitat, and what can our surrounding neighbors do to help protect different species during the construction years? Through the intersection of project-based learning and literature and science, students explored the destruction of habitats with the book Owl in the Shower. The students researched ways that they could protect native species that were in the schoolyard by considering the external and internal features of the species that help it survive. They created informational projects for a species of their choice, and they received feedback during an expert feedback day. Then, for STEAM night, they shared their projects with families that came in to say goodbye to the building before it was gone forever. They demonstrated for those families how they might improve the habitats of their own yards and help different animals displaced when the building was torn down. And when the building was torn down, the students continued their learning on the campus of Highlands High School, and the Johnson students began to consider ways that they might help the habitat recover and things that they would need to bring back the species that had moved out. They focused their research on bees, birds, butterflies, and they collaborated with Highlands High School engineering students who listened to their ideas and created prototypes. They considered plot plans and began to identify places at the future school they would be able to rehabilitate. They identified specific plants they wanted to be planted to attract different species and presented ideas to the Fort Thomas Board of Education. Some, not all of their ideas, were incorporated.
Now that the new school is open, the fourth graders are determining additional ways to help the habitat fully recover from the trauma of construction. They are considering places where erosion might be a danger to the soil and recovery, and are planning features to include in this area that can be used for a native pollinator garden and outdoor learning space for the entire school. After collecting all their data, students worked together to synthesize all of the knowledge that they've gained to provide input on a permanent plan for our outdoor learning space. The outdoor classroom in particular will provide years of inspiration for PBL. Students and teachers at Johnson also created a Padlet to brainstorm even more ideas for our design. It was important to the process to have input from teachers as well as students. Our hand-drawn plan was then given to a professional landscape architect that donated their services to provide an official plan to submit for grant funding. Funding such a project takes many partners. We are extremely grateful for our outstanding community, not only for their monetary donations, but also the donation of their time, creativity, and experiences. Finally, after countless hours of work, we received a large portion of our project funded by the Fort Thomas Education Foundation. We are all extremely excited about this new opportunity for our environmental education at Johnson Elementary. However, like all PBLs, sometimes we have to pivot. We were ecstatic that our project was able to get the necessary funding, but now we recently discovered that to construct this learning space, we need to go through a formalized process. We are waiting on bids from another company and still seeking out an additional landscaping company to bid for the project. Then the project will need to be presented to the Board of Education for approval. The project we thought would be finished in July will inevitably take a little longer. However, this gives the students another opportunity to continue their PBL experience. This project has inspired students. After completing the project this year, some students decided they wanted to contribute more to help our environment. A student-led club, the Eco Warriors, was created by students to address additional environmental concerns in our building. They are working for our school to become a Kentucky Green School next year in the area of solid waste management, as well as many other opportunities and projects for our school to become an even more environmentally friendly place.
So, want to know how we did it? Come chat with us on Monday, June 27th from 11 to 12:30 p.m. in the Nouvelle Ballroom, ISTE. See you there.